Welcome back to Buffalo's Project Garage, or if you haven't been here before, hello, I'm Luke. Nice to meet you guys. This is my garage where I have many projects that I go from start to finish on, and this just happens to be the one we're working on right now. This is a 1992 F-150 that I'm doing for a customer. She's really a grandmother to me, not really a customer. I've been referring to her as the customer, but anyways, we have the complete interior, the front clip, everything we need to get back on this thing, the bumper, and all the materials to do it right. And today, from LMC Truck, we are going to be putting in some glass, some new gaskets, mirrors, and everything we need to get this thing back on the road, kicking and looking good too. So without further ado, let's go ahead, unbox some stuff, and see what we got for this rig.
So before we get too far into this video, I'm going to go ahead and just intervene now and say that this Luke that is unboxing currently, he has no clue the timeline that it's going to be necessary to get this truck to the quality that it really deserves with this restoration. So it's going to take me a few more weeks and a few more, probably a month or two than I expected, but after about 3 months, here's the video that I've finally been able to put together for you guys on the restoration and getting this truck back to the original owner. Enjoy.
Whew, so we are back a few miserable hours later and not very far ahead. I got all the window seals and weather stripping and stuff like that in on both sides, on the top and the bottom of the doors here. But let me tell you what, I'm going to put the carpet in and I found a bad connector. Luckily I got some Deutsch connectors we're going to use to make that right. And then the seat belt bolt that goes into the bottom over there for the driver's side, well, I forgot that I completely cut that off because it was stripped out. So I welded a bolt on the bottom side of it and we're going to see if we can't work it out now. So that's kind of the next step before I can get carpet in this thing. And once I get carpet in it, I can put the seats in, some of the trim, other stuff like that, at least feel a little more accomplished than I am currently. Because we're going to have to go to the junkyard and find some more parts for the windows and for the doors because, well, nobody makes it. So I'll get into that a little bit later, but first let's see if this seatbelt bolt will come out for us. Let's see. So if we were twisting the bolt in, making it tighter, it would be going this way. Oh, baby, fuck yes. Being able to do stuff like this makes it all worth having a welder.
So once I got done threading that bolt all the way out, I went ahead and put the carpet inside of the truck so I had plenty of time to sit, mold, and conform because I had an appointment for the glass guy coming back out to help me with the rear window because I couldn't get it in myself. And the reason for that is so I could get all this trim you're seeing on screen inside and painted because I didn't want all the overspray from this on the truck, obviously. So you can see glass held up great, definitely watertight after some of the storms we had down here. But this vent window you're seeing right here is my next problem. Luckily on eBay I was able to find a seller that sold the glass inside of the channel the glass sits in the frame. LMC Truck just sold the glass, and to get the glass out of the original frames you'd have to damage them beyond repair. So at least I would have had to. Maybe there's someone out there and knows a few tricks I don't. But once we got all that put in and weighed down for the interior carpet, I went ahead and put the front clip together, and here's 3 weeks later.
And all of that was 2 weeks ago. We have made quite a bit of progress since then. Let me go ahead and share with you guys right outside here. So once we got all the windows, the seals, the headlights, everything, even little nozzles for the windshield wipers in. I mean, guys, I got the mirrors on. Only thing I didn't do without you is the emblem. I am gonna do that with you guys a little bit later. But anyways, all new glass. I finally got the vent doors in. We repainted the frames, got the new carpet inside, everything looking gorgeous. And this new glass, man, I'm so excited of how this truck looks. I cannot wait to get the new rims and tires that I have for this thing on. They are at the tire shop right now, and hopefully in the next few clips here, you will see those on this truck. Anyways though, guys, for now, what we're gonna go ahead and do inside here, I got all the trim pulled apart, everything hung up from the doors to the dash pad. We got everything here that we need painted, and it's already been treated with a kind of like a lacquer, I guess you could say, or let me see what it is right here. I'll go ahead and show you guys. It's a plastic and leather prep by SEM. This stuff is amazing for cleaning plastics, especially if you're going to be painting them. They kind of give it a little bit of a tacky surface, something for the paint to grab onto. This black trim right here is amazing. I'll have to show you guys underneath the hood what that stuff can do. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to shaking some cans, spraying all this stuff down, just like we did on these fenders right here. So you can see underneath here, I got a little bit excessive with the black spray paint, and we got both of the fender wells done. We got the AC done as well. We still got to tidy that insulation up. Please don't judge me for the duct tape. And we got the brake booster and the master cylinder over here painted up, looking brand new as well. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead, paint all this interior so we can get it all put back together, get this bad girl running, and back to the customer in this video. So it has been about a week, and let me tell you what, this stuff has dried amazingly. It is super sticky, super durable. I've tried scratching it off of a few of these pieces on the backside, and it is exactly what I was looking for. So my only concern so far is on the dash here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but kind of right here, you can see two lines, kind of the feathering marks. Not sure if it comes up on camera or not. Whenever I put a, when I put a really bright shop light on it, it actually doesn't show up at all, but that is my only concern, is I really want that to look good, so I might throw another can on that. Next, I have to find something to dye this. I tried to paint it, looks like crap. We have to figure this out and get some sort of dye. Even if it doesn't match, we just have to get a dark brown or a dark gray or something to make this look a lot better. So anyways, that's the task. I'm gonna go ahead and get on that, and I'll bring you guys back when we're throwing all this on inside of that Ford over there.
So once I did some more poking around locally, I actually found a paint shop that mixed SEM vinyl and carpet dye by the quart or gallon. So I went ahead and picked me up a quart. It was pretty inexpensive, only like $36 for a quart of it. And I went ahead and sprayed it on, which you can see it turned out to be much darker, even though it was the same color code as the spray cans I had used. But I kind of like the lighter tan against the darker, of the headliner there. Gives a pretty nice two-tone interior, which I think I ended up liking and the customer ended up liking too. So gave me some ideas for my own future builds and also for some customers I want to get some work done for. But while that was drying, I went ahead and did the front bumper. Yes, I should have gotten that dent out, but it was pretty thick metal and I couldn't heat it up and bang it without probably ripping it and splitting it, which I didn't want to deal with. But anyways, here's the final result of the interior, except for the kick panel. I did get a kick panel for the passenger side, but other than that, I am pretty happy with the way this looks.
Well, I've gotten a few things figured out here, guys. One, we have great oil pressure. I just had to, basically cranked it for long enough. After I added some oil, it was low on oil, and now we have great pressure. So wasn't the sensor that I thought it was. Number two, you can see we have the fuel pump relay out there because I had wired that fuel pump wrong, and thanks to this gentleman right here on Facebook for this post, I was able to get it wired properly. I don't know why all data or, just AI, Google search in general couldn't find it for me, but thank you to this Facebook group and post. Anyways, though, I think we're going to go ahead and flip that around, and I really think it's going to pop off. I'm pretty excited. I haven't driven this thing in like a year, somewhere in there, maybe 8-10 months, somewhere in there. But yeah, so enough talk. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up for the first time in a long time. All right, I got a little bit of brake clean left here. Let's see, here we go. A little bit of a squirt in each one. Hope we don't get no fire. Or we want a little bit of fire in the hole, but not fire in a hole. We do have a check engine light on, but holy crap, that is amazing. Look at that. Oh, I'm so tickled. Yes, yes. Yes. Stay running. What are you doing? Running a little rough. Sounds like we might be off a cylinder or two, or it might just be low idle. I think we might be off a cylinder. Anyways, big success, great success. Woohoo! Awesome. So we got it running. We still need to get it braking before we can get it driving. But one other thing we got to get done here is we got to get it breathing some clean air. So I could not find any aftermarket or OEM air breather, any boxes, stuff like that for this truck. So we are improvising. So what we're doing is I found some 2-inch fuel filler hose here. It's the same stuff I use for the tank. Got my extra, and this just so happens to perfectly fit inside of these drainage adapters from, you can get it Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware. And what we're going to do is adapt these filters to these bad boys. They just so happen to fit perfectly inside of the rubber boot on these filters. So guys, before we can get this thing driving and take it for a test, let's go ahead and get it breathing some nice clean air.
So because this intake was going to be completely from scratch, I went ahead and got it lined up and kind of figured for about 5 minutes or so on how I wanted it to look when I was done and where everything should sit. So I went ahead and got all my fittings attached, started sizing my hose to the length I needed it to be at, and once I got everything nice and tight and kind of in shape, I decided I was happy with the way it looked, but I definitely needed a bracket to support them in place. So I went ahead and designed this bracket. I posted a short about it. Hopefully you saw it. If not, I am so happy that you're watching this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I am super happy with the way this looks now. So I think it's time to go take this baby for a test drive.
Well, I have polished it, shined it, put the hubcaps on, made sure all the systems are operating the way they should. Only thing we really need left, guys, is a tag light, but we're gonna go to town to get one of those and see if this old girl can manage her way there herself. So let's go ahead, and for the first time in about a year and a half, I'd say, if not more than that, let's see if it'll move under its own power. That's 45. I like to say we're going 45 miles an hour with a homemade alignment tool I made. That seems to have worked pretty good.
Going 52, 53.
Oh yeah. Speedometer's a little bit off because the tires are so big compared to what it's supposed to have. Nice. It's not overheating, everything's good too. Oil pressure's good, voltage is good. We need some fuel. We're at about a third tank, but not bad. Well, we only got about 3 minutes left on this SSD, so I'm gonna be kind of quick here. Truck's working great. I got great oil pressure, engine temperature sitting right where it should, battery's good. Alignment's a little off, it could use a professional alignment, but I definitely think for the customer to drive it around for a few days, it'll be just fine. We've been up to 60 a few times. Now we're cruising a beautiful little back road through here and giving it the runabout. We did do a burnout earlier. That was pretty cool. I'll have to show you guys if we do one a little bit later on. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on back to the shop.
So once we got back, I wanted this truck to look as good as it possibly could before I took it back to the customer. So I went ahead, washed the truck one more time, spray waxed it, armor-alled the interior, made sure everything was to a T. And of course, I got one last kick in the butt on the way over there. The alternator died on me. So I did return the next day after I got her reaction initially, and I went ahead and put that in. But this clip here, sadly, has no audio. My microphone was turned on, but it did not record. Very, very frustrating. But she was ecstatic to see this truck. This is the first time she has seen it in probably about a year and a half. And the last time she did, it was just like the first video on this series, if you want to go back and watch that. But it was a 100% turnaround from what it was before. And she really appreciated it, acknowledged it all, and was so excited to drive it the next day once I got the alternator put in it. So anyways, guys, here's the next clip of that. Please leave any comments down below, questions, etc. And thanks for watching. Well, and there she goes, guys, enjoying her truck. Finally got it back to her. And now it's time for me to get back to my house. And we're gonna get on the way. I got some lunch inside of here that we're about to go destroy, and I am super excited. But there she goes on a drive, guys. There she goes.
finally out of my workshop permanently. Thank the Lord. Got the new alternator put in because the alternator had died when I brought it over here to her the other day, and I felt super bad about it. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed that, please leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see some more of the process of painting, body work, all that in the future. I tried to make this video more entertainment. If you stuck around to here, I really appreciate it, guys. So please leave me a comment below, leave a like, subscribe for more content. I'm definitely going to try to get a lot more stuff out here now that I finally got this big project over with. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.